Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Yas Marina circuit for the 22nd race of the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series Season 3 action. It's the final race before the second round of upgrades can be made for teams and drivers to improve in these last 12 races, 11 tracks. Can't wait for that double header in a few races, can't you? And ultimately try and make the 20 driver chase field. A lot of drivers have more or less locked in those slots. It just depends, you never know if you're going to just start wrecking every week and not get points the next 12 races. But winning the coin flip was Matthew Logan. Interesting statistic about Matthew Logan. Out of his 3 race wins on the season, 2 of those he won a heat race at the same track. The most recent one was Island Rally, where he actually got the coin flip there too and went on to win. So could we see Logan win from the pole again here tonight for his 4th win of the season? He would be the first driver to get to 4. Or is someone going to try and end that from happening? Starting second is Bobo Jones, still looking for his first win of the season. And how about starting third? James Ellison had a rough time in Heat 2, barely made it into the main event, but a blistering lap time puts him third for the main race. Starting 4th will be Skyke Commons, still looking for his first win of the season. Seth Cole, who won back at Cape Cod, will start in 5th. Ryan Brommer, 2-time winner of the season, in 6th. 2 3-time winners, 7th and 8th, Dylan Young, and then Dale Lightning, who just won at Kyalami. Starting 9th will be Alan Cavagnaro, first man outside the top 20 on points. And in 10th is Joshua Sekuli. So an interesting interesting top 10 starting lineup. My throat is going really dry for some reason. I'm drinking water, so I don't understand what is going on with me here. But it's going to be interesting. 17 laps. They made an adjustment to the track, and when everyone redid qualifying, everyone was pretty okay. Except for Jonathan Zorlin. And now this is where things are going to get tricky here, is these drivers don't have exact grid starting positions. Just look at this. Jagger, Cage, Deaver had a poor run. Watson, and then, yep, so this is what we're looking at the back of the field. Baran-Oscus had a poor qualifying effort. You do not want to be at the back of the field. Braxton, Bright, we know had trouble in Heat 1. Being at the back of the field is bad. Jackson King with a decent qualifying effort. Same with Anderson. Quentin Moore, Corey Riggs, Johnson. Yep. Let's get you to the command to fire engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Here we go. Green flag at Yas Marina. 17 laps of action. And James Ellison's the one who gets the good start. How about Seth Cole as well? 3, maybe 4 wide for the lead. Why not? And indeed, 4 wide for the race lead on lap number 1. Back to 3 wide. Who's got the advantage? It's Ellison and Bobo Jones. Into the tricky chicane. Does anyone lose it this time? Commons, Brommer, Young around. Young gets clobbered by Gardner. And it's a mess. Baker's in the Fitzwater. Fernandez gets a piece of it. Boyle's way off the track. Fitzwater gets clobbered by Zorlin. But it's James Ellison in the lead. Logan back to 2nd. Jones 3rd. Seth Cole 4th. And Dale Lightning is 5th. And it's a mess in the back. 3 and 4 wide everywhere. We actually didn't check. I just took a look. It was about 170. Oh, and the Nanako pounds the back end of Andrew Rich. Couldn't get the brakes on hard enough. And Turner's around. Nanako making contact. Baker's around. And it's craziness everywhere, man. We got to get up here. This is another tricky corner. Seth Cole loses it. It's not the best camera angle. Johnson, Moore, Everyone's losing it. Oh man, it's chaos. Rich has heavy damage. Mendez has heavy damage. Oh, and Zorlin pounds the back end of Jagger. What a crazy first lap we have witnessed. And it's James Ellison, of all people, in the race lead. One back at North Wilkesboro where he won a heat race. But does he have the fastest car? He got the jump. Does he have the car? Logan second, Jones, Lightning, Commons, that's their top 5. Seth Cole, we saw lose it. Cooley's up to 6th, Brommer 7th, Cole 8th, Cavi 9th, and Gardner rounds out the top 10. Not going to go and watch. We're not going to still shot all night here at Yas Marina. That would just be too much. Getting a good corner off the hairpin is big. Now we haven't done it yet. Let's see, what does the leader hit? It's the longest straightaway on the racetrack. What does the leader get to? There is some draft. Looks like maybe 165, 168 for Logan. And there's the pace car just kind of chilling. They told the pace car driver, hey, go 65 instead of 55, and he made it to his spot before the race cars came around. Retirees include the Nako, Zorlin. He started 40th, he'll finish 40th. That's a tough break. So you can see now it looked like they had given these drivers more grip, but it looks like it's still an issue. Cole Deaver will retire. He'll finish 39th. And man, what a race this has turned into. I'm sorry, the dog will not shut up. If anyone can even hear that on the mic, it's pretty faint, but he is a big howler. Now we saw drivers pit lap 2 to 3 in the heat races, so it's probably going to be a lap 6 two-stop race here at Yas Marina. We're going to see if Logan gains anything on Ellison this time by. And he gains a little bit. No one else is running these lap times though. Let's see. Yep, C215s. Drivers actually ran slower times in qualifying. They only ran 219s. Any more retirees here on lap number 2? Oh, and Bobo Jones just looped it. So did Dale Lightning. That'll throw Sky Commons into 3rd. Seth Cole will lose it. Oh, and Sakuli gets into him, his own teammate. Cavi up to 7th place. Gardner's looking for 9th. And Adam Flickinger's just chilling in 11th. So there's still plenty of time to lose and gain positions. Heck, one of the top 2, if both of these drivers spin, the pack will be on them. We're going to wait for that next corner that's treacherous. It looks like Logan's just kind of inching his way in. I mean, right now he's just got to find the way to close it in. Ooh, Matthew Logan getting a little loose there. We're almost 3 full laps into the race here at Yas Marina. We're going to step aside for a little bit of a break. And we'll be back with more action in the 22nd race of the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series Season 3 action. We're back here at Yas Marina. James Ellison continuing to lead the event. Just completing lap number 4 of 17. You can see Logan closing in 3/10 that lap. Sky Commons in 3rd, Jones 4th, Lightning 5th, Bromers 6th, Cavagnaro 7th, Seth Cole is 8th, Sekuli 9th, and Johnny Gardner, I believe, is 10th. We talked about Marty Johnson. He needs to gain points. He's first man out. He's 79 points outside the top 30. So if Johnson were to win, he'd have to get into the top 30. Now, so he's running 11th. Devers 30th in points. He'll finish 39th tonight. Seth Cole just spun out again, by the way. And so right now he's gaining 28 points. If they can just get some good pit stops, and this win could be huge for teammate Cole Dever. If Dever's teammate Ellison wins again, that could give colleagues some decent money to work with, make these cars better, try and get a bit of a string of racing going here. Maybe put them right up there with Junior Motorsports and Richard Childress Racing on the Chevy side of things. And maybe try and get Cole Dever out of his funk, out of that bad luck for the 10 car, because Ellison has done well. Dever has not. Let's see them get through this corner here. Ellison will be fine. Matthew Logan spun out! And Sky Commons will move up to 2nd. No signs of damage on Matthew Logan, but a costly spin for the driver of the 9. He'll lose 4 points from the position 2nd to 3rd, and that is the higher speed section. He loses a ton of more time than he would have in the other area. So we'll see how far he goes. We might see pit stops this lap too. Ellison will stay out on track. So speaking of statistics between teammates, James Ellison, 1 win, 1 top 5, 6 top 10s, and an average finish of 18.2, average starting position of 15.7. Meanwhile, Cole Dever has only 2 top 10s. He's made 2 less races. He's missed 2 events, to be accurate. His average finish is a 23.3, and his average starting position is an 18.4. Yet we see Dever start consistently top 5, top 10 in his heat race. So you've got to wonder, what is the problem with the 10 of Cole Dever? So now Commons in 2nd, Logan in 3rd. Seth Cole will fall to 9th. Sekuli will move up to 8th. We saw the 15 spin the lap before. No one else has retired from the event. Voyo's got whatever was wrong with him fixed. There's 27th to 37th is more than a minute behind the leader. Yes, the field is spread out, but everyone having to avoid. This is why starting at the front of the field is important. Oh, and by the way, Matthew Logan lost 6 seconds spinning where he did. Speaking of tire wear, see about a second and 2/10 for Ellison off his best time there on lap 5. Now, if Ellison spins here, it'll be costly for him. But he is A-okay. Logan gets through the corner fine that time. Cavi looking pretty good, looking for that 7th place finish. Most of the top 10 by themselves. There's Gardner, and there's Marty Johnson. Johnson's just chilling in 11th. Ooh, a little loose there. It looks like Johnson actually might have spun out, because he was closer to Gardner the lap before. And here on lap 6, we'll see Ellison stay out again. At this point, we're just waiting to see pit stops. Let's see, what is the lap time this time by? 2:16.8. Oh, someone's there on pit road. That's Chris Wheeler. So Wheeler will pit early. We'll see if that helps him undercut the field at all. And Logan is 6.66 seconds behind James Ellison that lap, and that is not good to see. Matthew Logan is the devil. No, we're just kidding. That is just very unfortunate to be that amount of time behind the leader. Chris Wheeler is now right on the bumper of the 9 with fresher tires. However, his best time is only a 2:25.9. Oh, that is substantially slower. Now, it is most likely because of this straightaway. Look, just such a engine reliant straightaway. Chris Wheeler just falls. This track's all about, I think, the engine more so than the chassis. And then, of course, skill matters. We'll see what the 86 team is able to improve after this race. Chris Wheeler is making his 9th start of the season tonight. They're still looking to get to 10 starts. Shane Beckett is still at 6 on the season. So Ellison A-OK, Commons, Logan as well. Oh, Dale Lightning was closer to Bobo Jones than he is now. Not sure what's up with that. Does Ellison come to pit road here? He does not. So Ellison continues to stay out. I'm beginning to wonder if he's trying to stretch it. We're going to take another break, and we might just let pit stops occur during commercial. We'll have to wait and see. Welcome back to Yas Marina. James Ellison continues to lead the race following pit stops. Everyone came down, coming to the start of lap number 9. We expect them to all make it to the end. But that will remain to be seen. But right now, Ellison is looking to get a second win of the season, another 5 points for the playoffs in whatever rounds he makes it through, and trying to put Colleague Racing in the mix for maybe a championship. Commons retains second. He maintains the gap around the 6-second mark. Meanwhile, Logan falls back. He's 9 seconds back now in third. Jones is fourth. Lightning fifth. 10 and 12 seconds back. And Logan actually will close in down to 8 seconds that lap. Commons closed in under to 6. See what happens. If Ellison makes a slip up, it could cost him the win. Brommer 6th, Sekuli 7th, Cavi 8th, Gardner 9th, and Adam Flickinger now sits in the top 10. But Jones, Logan, and Commons are the 3 closest. Dale Lightning as well. 4 closest. The top 5 are the ones in striking distance. There you can see Ellison at the end of the straightaway compared to Sky Commons. And Baco Magora retired from the race at some point. Not sure what happened to him. But Braxton, Rich, they're having poor days. This is a great opportunity for Logan, who missed Kyalami, to take back the points lead. So we actually never went over the points. Andrew Rich came in leading, 26 points ahead of Dylan Young, 32 over Matthew Logan, 65 over Lightning, and 66 over Bright. Baran-Oscar 6th, Sorlin 7th, Braxton 8th, Brommer 9th, and Nereza 10th. Nereza, whom missed this race, will likely plummet somewhat. Sky Commons 11th, Tringali 12th, Seth Cole 13th. Ellison 14th, currently leads. I think we could see him go upwards of, looking at the range, max, he'll move up to 11th. Gardner 15th, Jones 16th, Oskin 17th, Bishop 18th. He missed the race. Nanako 19th, and Fitzwater came in 20th. Cavagnaro 21st, Mendes 22nd, Sekuli 23rd, Moore 24th, Hudson, who missed, 25th, Flickinger 26th, Riggs 27th, Turner 28th, Watson 29th, and Deaver came in 30th. First man outside the top 30, Marty Johnson, came in 79 points back. At the moment, Johnson sits 14th place, so he'd be gaining 25 points on Deaver as an accident has occurred for Eli Bright. And that has taken out the 88. So that will be something to look at following the conclusion of the event. And Ellison's got lap down cars in front of him who are side by side. Commons closed in some ground again that last lap. So did Logan. And so did Jones. Let's look at the comparison here. 16.42. 16.18. 15.85, 15.27 for Bobo Jones, but they've got Braxton and Young, slow cars, in the midst of them. And Jones ran the fastest lap of the race at 2:15.2. I don't think anyone's going to get better than that. Commons trying to get by Dylan Young in a tricky place on the track, and he loses it. Young makes contact. Logan piles in. Jones spins it. And Lightning spun it too. He had a good chance to capitalize, and he didn't get it. This is going to help Brommer and Sekuli catch up. But what does this do? Jones will pass Logan now for third. Commons' car is destroyed, and Ellison is home free. They were catching him. They tried passing the lap cars of Young and Braxton in a poor position. What will Commons do? He's got right side and back end damage. It looks like Commons will try to finish this out with it. So will Jones. But Logan's definitely got some performance problems. He's going to lose fourth to Dale Lightning. I mean, he clobbered the 19 good. You don't see any front end damage, but there's definitely a performance problem. And the lead is now 11.5 seconds for James Ellison. Yeah, there's performance problem there. It's going to be tough to call with 5 to go. How far down Logan plummets. We'll have to wait until we know exactly what his lap time is going to be. As Jones has looped it again. Lightning loops it again. Logan loops it again. He gets clobbered. Brommer gets by. Sekuli loops it. Cavi will loop it. Everyone's looping it now. It's go time. People are starting to push it too hard. We'll see the speed comparison here. It's about 168 top speed at the end of the straightaway. We'll see what Logan gets to here. And Logan will get to about 150. Wow, that's really bad. So costly mistake for Bobo Jones, who had probably a shot at second place Guy Commons. But Jones in third, Lightning fourth, Brommer is now in fifth due to all the craziness that has occurred. And Ellison is just home free. We're going to take one last break, and we'll be back for the conclusion of the event. We'll be coming to 2 laps to go this time by, and it has finally happened. Ellison has caught some lap traffic. I believe Braxton and Young came out from pit road, so I don't know if Ellison got to them there or not. But there is a lot of cars coming up here at the end of this race For James Ellison, he's got Slade Jagger, Jesse Turner, Mendez, Rowe, maybe Anderson. I think that's maybe the farthest he'll get. But in these last 2 laps, if he spins out anywhere, it could be costly. Commons is 12.5 seconds back. No, he's more back than that. I think he got into it again because Jones has caught back up and Jones had spun out. It might be over. Perhaps Commons caught Jackson King, and that shook up the 19 car. Commons stays out. Lightning's up to 4th. Brahmer 5th. Cavi's up to 6th, but he's got front end damage. Sekuli with some back end. Gardner's up to 8th. Logan is in 9th. Flickinger might catch for 9th, and then Baranowskis will probably take 10th, and that might be it for the positions Logan loses. But Ellison has just been clean all race, looking for that second win of the season. We've still got to show you whatever happened to Eli Bright. But that will wait for the end of the race, and you can just see the field is always spread out here at this racetrack. And then it's the question, can they make it on fuel? They went 8 laps the first stint. Can they go 9 the second stint? Ellison's lap times, his tires are a lot more worn on the second run than they were the first run. I don't even think you can wreck yourself hard enough to lose 19 seconds unless you total the race car. Whoo, that was close. You could see the way he crab walked the car through the corner. Is Commons holding on to second? Barely. Bobo Jones is there with a clean race car. But Jones keeps spinning out. And he does it again. And he gets some back end damage. He'll fall to 4th. He should be okay. He only fell to 4th. That'll be a loss of 3 position points. Something Jones might need. He's been in the fight to get into the top 20. We're taking the white flag here. Jones comes in 16th in the points. Those 3 points might matter down the line. He came in a 3-way tie with Oskin and Bishop. Of course, Bishop missed the race, so he will at least pull away from the 42. But it's all about James Ellison right now. This is the same paint scheme he won with at North Wilkesboro, and now it's paying off here during the International Tour, during another night race at that, and he loses it for the first time all night. That will only cost him a few seconds. You can see Sky Commons isn't even in view. Commons 19.5 seconds back, so Ellison still good to go. He won't catch Jagger again, so now he's just got to make sure he drives it clean the rest of the lap. But Ellison's looking at the second win of the season, second win for Colleague Racing. And Colleague's just wondering why the parts they put into the 10 car are not working for Cole Deaver, but they are working for James Ellison. This is basically the second longest straightaway, but it's more curved than straight. Now here's the last trouble spot for Ellison. Turner has gotten passed by Jagger. They don't wreck in front of him. That's a good thing. Ellison will make it through the corner just fine. This will be his second win, his second top 5, and his 7th top 10 on the season through 22 events started. So not the most, not the biggest finisher by any means for the 7 drivers who have made every race. Well, now we're down to 6, to be accurate. Out of the 6 drivers who have made every race, Ellison's probably one of the few, along with Fitzwater and Cavi, who have not performed that well. But tonight it doesn't matter for James Ellison because tonight he will win his second race of the season. He wins at Yas Marina. So James Ellison, man, second win of the season. And Sky Commons will finish in second, 16.3 seconds back. So the teams will get to make their upgrades following this race. Kaulig definitely wanted to see this win. We'll head to Tula in Russia next for the fourth race of the International Tour. Dale Lightning will come home third tonight. Bobo Jones fourth. Ryan Brommer fifth. Cavagnaro will end up sixth. Sekuli seventh. Gardner gets eighth. Flickinger gets to ninth. And wow, Matthew Logan will just hold on to a top 10 finishing position after he assumingly lost a cylinder with his contact with the 19. So Baranauskas just short in 11th. Quinton Moore 12th. Great run for him. Seth Cole 13th. Oskin 14th. We're still waiting for results to be official. I don't think Johnson has hit the start-finish line yet. Okay, he has. Marty Johnson will get 15th. He'll close in 24 of the 79-point gap on Cole Deaver. That'll make it a 55-point gap heading into Tula. Corey Riggs 16th, 17th Tringali, Baker 18th Wild, 19th Fernandez in 20th. But what a race here at Yas Marina. Definitely one of the longer races. That's why we took our breaks. We didn't want this video to be 44 minutes long. We want it to be hopefully around 30 minutes long. We're just waiting for the rest of the drivers to cross the start-finish line. And yep, Turner's right there. And the race should be official. There it is. So, congrats to James Ellison on the win. Let's see what happened to Eli Bright. Something broke on Eli Bright's car, not Eli himself. And he's going through here, and you can see he's not on the track. Now, I don't know what he was thinking, but right here, he's just going to hit this pit wall. And takes himself out of the race. And that's what happened to Eli Bright. So I will see you all at Tula.